find out. Roger Cleveland got his start in the golf business by building high-end persimmon woods. His name has since become synonymous with wedges, and we recently caught up with him here in Toronto to talk to him about his passion.
I was a small company, didn't have a lot of money, and so there were a few areas that golfers always are interested in. One, drivers, and putters, and the third category, wedges. And so I always loved wedges from early on, and always tinkered with bounce and grinding bounce and seeing what it did and cause and effect. And so I started looking at that category and started taking some prototypes out to tour. The tour was my test center and my testing ground. But these guys were friends of mine, and they gave me feedback, and I came out and we iterated through a couple of models to where I came out with the 485, which is the first wedge that really I got my hands on. And that was the fourth iron set in 1985, and the second was the 588, and that's how fast we iterated in those days. It wasn't very fast. And that was a little bigger head size, a little more bounce, a little different configuration, and it was always important to see different looks and different bounces for different people, and how they approach the game and how their attack angle in the short game. Wedges are kind of like a defensive mechanism for the amateur. They're an offensive mechanism for a pro, and that is because they understand them and they really work at them, and that's what the amateur needs to do. You need to understand how they work. You have to be steep. You have to be hitting down on the ball, because of the shortest club, you're going to have the tightest arc. So you have to hit down. Let the club do the work. The sole design is designed to have the shaft lean forward, and so you can hit down and let the loft do it. A lot of people want to try and scoop it, and the reason is that they don't rotate the face enough on their backswing. If they're trying to hit a little 30-yard shot, you have to have the same orientation of the face as you do a big shot, but you have to do it in a shorter distance of time, okay? Because you don't need the power or the force, so your rotation, you have to rotate much quicker. So you don't do it you don't swing with your arms, you swing it with your wrist, so you can rotate it, and then you hit down. But you got to hit down using the sole of the club, okay? Then you have great success. But that's how pros focus on working on that all the time, because they need it to help themselves, and that's where the amateur can really help themselves more than anything. Instead of going out and driving a bunch of drivers, okay, go out and work on the short game. Get a green, get a bunker, and get some lessons. Pros will really respond to you wanting to have some lessons because they know.
Yeah, that's correct. Easy breezy. Me and Roger Cleveland. I don't know why I bothered with the lessons.